The Media Brothers Podcast 2.0, episode number 4, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Media Brothers 2.0, episode number 4. This is Aaron.
I'm Andrew, number 4.
What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Number 4. Hey, how's it going, man? How's your day? How's your week been going? How's it going, man?
Long freaking day.
Long day. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm tired too, man. It's been, I don't know what it is about this week, but it's hitting me hard, bro.
Dude, I worked a full shift today, full 8 hours. Then I went to the car dealership around 3. So actually, I didn't work 8 hours. I only worked 6 hours.
Oh,
Went to the car dealership around 3 and bought a new car, but I didn't get home till just now, like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something.
Oh my God, are you telling me you had a long day because you had to
Bro,
wake
I
up?
woke up at 8 a.m. and worked a full day.
8 a.m.
And then I sat at a car dealership to 8 a.m. That's 12 hours of just solid bullshit.
This dude is complaining about working a full day, starting at 8 a.m. and then, I had to go get a new car. I had to go get a new car. Wah.
I'm not sitting there at 6 o'clock pumping gas like you, 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, that's all you, brother.
Dude said he had a long day at work. He had to work a 6-hour day and then buy a new car.
Those are life choices. When you choose to wake up at 6 a.m.
Oh my God.
and pump gas in your car, I mean, that's a life choice
choices.
you made. At some point, your life veered off to where you have to wake up at 6. Not
Dude.
me. I'm an 8 o'clock guy.
Dude, wow, I had to buy a car. What kind of car did you get? What kind of
I got a Nissan Armada. It's nice car.
Sweet.
Loaded out, platinum. It's got everything. Man.
Cars are basically computers on wheels at this point, man. I mean, it's crazy.
It's stupid. It's stupid what these things can do, for sure.
How many screens are in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of screens
There's
you got
two.
in there?
There's 2 video screens in the back of the headrests in the front seat, and there's a screen in the front. So it's got 3 screens.
You got some backup cameras and shit?
Yeah, backup cameras.
That's like standard now, isn't it?
Dude,
I mean, really?
I think I haven't really played with it too much, but I'm sure it'll park itself and back up itself.
Park itself.
Drive you to the supermarket by itself, you know?
No, you don't have a Tesla. Like, you have no Tesla. I think the next car I'm going to get is going to be a Tesla where it can really do all that shit, man. I think that's what I'm going to get, man.
A Tesla, huh?
Yeah. I
think
Elon.
It's
yeah, man. I mean, they're not that expensive. I mean, it's just... I mean, you look at it as an investment. You ain't got to put no gas in that motherfucker.
Well, the issue that I hear about them is, like, if you have something go wrong with it, it's impossible to fix it. That's what I
have heard that. I have heard that. But I mean, how are they really breaking a lot, or what? Do you know? I mean, it seems like
cars break, all of them.
Yeah, but this has like no cars break.
They do. I mean, you're driving down the interstate 80 miles an hour. I mean, what's going to happen if you do that for a long amount of time? Something's going to fuck up, right?
Yeah, you got moving parts, right? Yeah, I guess so. So I was looking at what you were showing me before when we started. You have a new router too. You got a new car and a new router.
Dude,
what's up with
the
the new router?
New router. I've had it for a year now. It's got its own, dude. It's got its own zip code, dude.
Zip code,
dude. Whenever I download something, it downloads before the creator makes it. That's how fast it's
downloads before the creator makes it.
Yeah, dude. Like somebody's making a YouTube video and I already have it. I'm watching it. It's so fast.
You have it before they upload. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So how fast is your internet?
It's a million gigabits or something. I don't know what it is. It's the fastest. I told Cox I want the fastest.
A million gigabits. Wait, so did you upgrade your internet recently to 1,000,000 gigabits?
Dude, it's 1,000,000 gigabits, and then before I even type on my keypad, my fucking key, whatever the thing's called, keyboard. Whenever I type on my keyboard, it types.
The keyboard.
Dude, before I'm even pushing the buttons, it's going on the screen. That's how fast it is.
Oh my God, are you saying you already have Neuralink in your brain and it's hooked to your router?
Bruh. Elon Musk is calling me to find out how fast my internet is. That's how fast it is.
He's beta testing you for his Starlink internet service. You have
All
a
joking-
gigabit.
All joking aside, I got pretty fast internet now. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy. Like,
Yeah, we talked about this. He has Aaron recently got a upgrade from Cox, and he was telling me about it. And I thought my internet. See, I have Spectrum, which is the old Charter, and they upgraded me for free for 100 megabits, and I thought that was awesome because that's they just said
Andrew was pushing like 6 megabits before that, and he's an IT guy.
Yeah.
Like, really, I mean, you're running with 8 megabits here.
Yeah, you remember DSL? That's basically what I had.
Dude, you probably could do dial-up faster than what you got over there out in the country.
It's pretty slow. For out here though, it's not that bad. But I got a thing in the mail, and they were like, "Hey, we upgraded yours to your lowest speed now, or whatever. Your standard is 100 megabits."
That's because they can't be any slower. You can't do anything any slower than 100 megabits. Where you watch a video, you start it like a 3-minute YouTube video. You start it, and like 8 hours later, you're still fucking finished.
You got some buffer, and it's still like blurry and shit.
Bro.
You know what's funny though, and for real though, that I was at 60, so they just gave me 40. They're like, "Dude, you need this." Like, they're like, "Here, you're only on 60 megabits." They're like,
nobody has like we can't even make it go this slow.
No extra cost.
They can't even get it to go down that slow. That's why they didn't offer it to you. They
were calling me to offer a free router and shit, like for real. Like they're you need to upgrade that.
Like, yeah, they're probably saying this router's extinct.
That it will no longer work with our service.
Yeah, it's like 1G or 2G or whatever on the cell phone. You're probably still rocking old 2G. On your phone.
Edge. Remember the Edge network? That's what it was, the 2G. Edge. It was called Edge. I have an Edge freaking internet at my house. No, but they upgraded me to 100 megabits, and I thought, man, that's pretty fast. And like, all joking aside, that used to be fast. And I was like, hey, man, that's pretty good. I have kids, and we stream everything, and I play PlayStation, and I'm using my internet connection a lot. I download a lot of things. But so when they upgraded me for free, I was like, that's legit, man. I was like, that's pretty good. But lately, it's been taking a shit, man. My internet's been just slow and stuff. And then Aaron just tells me, he's like, oh yeah, man, I just upgraded my internet to a gigabit, which is 10 times faster than what I have.
It's Cox Gigablast. It's 1,000 million, whatever, GPS or whatever you call it.
It's 1,000 megabits. So you have
1,000 megabits.
Yeah,
that's it.
You have 1,000. I have 100, and I'm the IT guy. And you're in the house with 2 people, and I have 5 people in my house.
Dude, my internet's so fast I can read your mind right now. My internet's so fast on Call of Duty, I kill you before you even enter the game.
Oh my god!
That's how fast my internet is.
Before I join the lobby, I'm dead.
Yeah, you're joining the lobby. I'm already smoked you 3 or 4 times.
It gives a whole new meaning to the word camper. No, but for real, you can't do that as fast on yours right now because you're on a PS4 and I'm on a 5. So I'll still be faster than you.
We'll see about that. But we'll talk about that later. We don't want to talk about PS5s yet because we kind of swamped them the last couple shows, and we're kind of just going to push that to the end of the episode. But we do have some news on the PS5 front if y'all want to hear.
We've been hitting pretty hard on PS5, so there is some update. There is a major update, but we're gonna save it for later.
It's major.
We've been going hard on that, so we're gonna kind of just put that in the back burner. But so
dude, my internet's so fast. Google ran the wire from Europe to my house.
Some Europe.
Yes. The water under the water. Well, the data point must be here.
So when you watch
I got
YouTube,
1 million BPS or whatever.
Did they install the YouTube servers in your house?
No, but the next door neighbor has a crazy building out back. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it could be YouTube.
That sounds shady. That sounds shady, man.
Hey, speaking of wire, did somebody send us a video?
Oh yeah, So I mean, we're talking about internet. Let's just stay on this topic. Internet. We talked about on episode 3. We were talking about how I think you said they were running cable in the water, and they could like transfer 3 libraries of Congress in a second. Yeah, and so I was like, we kind of goofed on how they put that cable there. And I was wondering, is the dude getting a boat, like with just a big, like a spool of cable and a boat, like a paddle boat, and just like lay it? And then I really wanted to see how it was done. And then you even mentioned, you're like, I'm gonna look that up and see how that's done. And then so I didn't
look it up. I ran out of time. I don't have time to do anything like that.
I honestly forgot about it, to be honest with you. And then one of our listeners, Mike Reed, shout out, Opelousas.
What up, Mike?
Northwest High School robotics teacher, and he's also a Adobe professional, certified in Adobe and all that stuff. He does the robotics team,
What?
which is awesome. He has the robotics class where
maybe he can fix my PDFs.
Yeah, he can. He's an Adobe genius, you know.
I'm just kidding.
But he posted Mike posted a video, and it's actually a video of how they done it. And dude, it blew me away. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
I was like, man, what is this bullshit? And Andrew told me that this guy sent this video. I'm like, I know I want to see it, so I'm just gonna click on it. It is amazing.
Yeah,
like the way they do
incredible.
this, I can't even explain it. It's you have
to watch it.
How do people get to see it? Like,
yeah,
where can people go?
So if you go to our website, mediabroshow.com, and I mean, the first thing that comes up, it lists all of our episodes. You click on episode 3. That's when we talked about it. And you can comment on any one of our episodes. You can leave a comment, and we'll talk about it. Or you can, give us some feedback on what we're talking about. And Mike went to mediabroshow.com, clicked on episode 3, and then he posted that comment. So if you go to mediabroshow.com and go to episode 3, the first thing that comes up is comments, and Mike's there posting the link to that video. You should definitely go see that.
Watch it.
And what we were talking about in episode 3, you can actually see there's like deep sea divers that go. Like, I did not expect like a dude in full diving gear, going way underwater to put these cables in there.
The thing that was crazy to me is I would think they go across the ocean, but they don't really do that. They try to stay around close to the land where it's more shallow, and that kind of tripped me out. It had there's even a map on there that shows like how they ran it around like Africa and stuff, or I can't remember what country or continent it was, but it's cool. They stay like on the border of the ocean, I guess, like a drop off, or they try to stay up high, close to the land, and they run it all the way to the United States. I guess they go around Alaska and stuff. I had to guess. I can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly when I was watching. I had the same thought. I was like, I thought they have to go across the ocean, because when you hear about transoceanal cable, you think it has to go from one continent to another, but they are definitely hugging the shores, and it makes sense if you think about it, and they bury it. Yeah.
Well, that's another thing. I thought they were just going to just throw it out the back of the boat, and they would just lay on top of the ocean floor. But apparently, they actually put it under the ground, live it under the ocean.
Like some dude has a big fishing pole, like a huge fishing pole, and he cast out the cast out the line.
Some guy in a kayak with the cable tied to the back of his kayak, and he's just rowing. That's what I was thinking. I mean,
like a kayak and then a big fishing pole, and just cast out the
huge ship. I mean, I thought we're talking about a boat. I mean, it's an actual ship, like a freaking cruise liner. That's how big it is.
It was definitely like a cruise liner ship, and I figured that it had to be able to hold all that cable, So, and it was still bigger than I thought, though.
There's some definite statistics in there that are really cool. I can't remember off the top of my head, but about
go watch it.
How much it weighs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, check that out. It's on the video. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty.
Thanks,
incredible.
Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. So since we're on the topic of internet, I think let's shift gears, and we were underwater, right? That's what we were talking about. Let's talk about in space with Starlink.
Space.
So, Elon Musk.
I love space, by the way.
Yesterday, Elon Musk put up the pre-orders for Starlink internet service, $99. What do you think about that?
Is that $99 for this for the actual satellite, correct, or for the actual receiver? Right?
It's not. So I have heard. First of all, if you don't know what we're talking about, Starlink is Elon Musk's SpaceX internet provider company. He's been launching satellites for the past, 3 years probably. And if we talked about it, I think, on an episode where you can see them in the sky.
You can see them in the sky.
You can actually go to a website and you see these things. It looks like UFOs. It's the weirdest thing. But so he put up the pre-orders, and what it's going to do is it's going to offer internet for anybody, at first anyway, in North America. So if you're in rural Louisiana or anywhere in the country, you can't get internet unless you're kind of least close to a city of some sort. You know what I'm saying? If you're out there in the sticks, you're not really going to get internet that's any decent. You have to go with these crappy satellite providers like HughesNet and all this stuff that's really slow, and they cap your
terrible.
Yeah, it's really bad. They cap
data. They cap your data. They charge you out the ass.
They cap your data. They charge you out your ass. Well, Elon Musk has, once again, like everything he does, he's innovated this technology, and he's putting these satellites into low orbit, satellite orbit, which is they're kind of close to the Earth. They're not like satellites way up in the sky like you're used to seeing them. They're so close to the Earth, they're going to be able to get faster speeds. Well, you can see them with your plain eye if they come across.
And we talked about this before. They were going to paint the newer ones so they weren't reflective. That people were complaining because when the astronomers were complaining when they were looking at the sky that these satellites would come through and mess everything up, which it's just a small strand right now. I don't know how, but I can understand. Well, when there's how many are they supposed to have? Like 64,000 or something
satellites? Like that? Yeah, he wanted to put up 20,000, and I think he's settled around 40,000.
And I thought it was more than that, but still.
And well, no, he can get up to 60 though.
Yeah, so I mean, so the astronomers are complaining. I can understand, like, when there's 64,000 of these things up there, what's it going to look like in the sky, you know? And so I think they were going to paint them, is what we talked about.
Yeah, that's.
I gotta look that up too, Mike. Look that up for us.
yeah. Look up the painted SpaceX satellite.
Well, have Mike do all the work for us.
We actually didn't air. We didn't air that episode because that was the episode that was a test show, and we had this whole bit.
Where is that what it was?
Yeah, we were talking about the satellite. Wow. There's an effect. I can't think of it. Man, it's gonna kill me because I'm gonna be put on the spot. Well, there's a certain effect that when space trash is in the like a satellite gets destroyed, that everything gets destroyed in space. And so we had a bit on like that. SpaceX was painting their satellites, and that paint was going to shoot through your face because it's going to like go so fast in there, and like like the paint's going to chip off of the SpaceX satellites and like become trash in space. But no, we never aired that because that was on our test show. So
I thought it was one on the first.
Yeah, I didn't want to reference something people can't hear. So the other thing is
it's called the Kessler syndrome.
The Kessler.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this. The Kessler syndrome, also called the Kessler effect, is collisional cascading or I can't even read. Ablation cascade is a scenario in which the density of objects in low Earth orbit is high enough that collisions between the objects could cause a cascade where each collision generates space debris that increases the likelihood of I don't have to write it. But it basically is catastrophic. What the Kessler effect is, it's saying that debris will start to interact with each other and break each other apart, and it'll get to be so much debris, and everything in the whole Earth's low orbit is going to be destroyed because there's so many pieces of space junk out there after these things start hitting each other. So if you put a bunch of more stuff in the low space orbit, the problem is do they start reacting with other things that are out there and start breaking off more pieces, and it's like just a total obliteration of everything out there.
It's basically a domino effect. I mean, the very simple way to think about it is if there's so much stuff in space, and if you think about the stuff in space, it's going super fast. Like it's flying, dude. Like 3,000.
No, more than that.
Like 6,000 miles per second or something. This stuff is hauling ass to be in orbit. And so as soon as something breaks up, and there's a lot of stuff that does this because, satellites can't last forever like cars. We're talking about cars earlier. If cars break, they break. And so satellites in space, they're not just going to last forever, and stuff's going to fall off. You got to have people fix all this stuff. Well, as soon as something falls off, it shoots itself in space. So they're saying stuff like even as small and minuscule as like paint chips can cause mass destruction, like just blow up. Like we were ragging on the windmills a couple episodes, a couple episodes ago. Yeah. And the windmills are kind of the same thing. And that's what I was talking about. The one little thing happens and everything in space blows up like them windmills. Like the windmills just exploded. But if you imagine satellites in space exploded, everything could explode. Like it's called mutual destruction, where the entire space satellite population is just gone.
So satellites in low Earth orbit move faster than that outer, or obviously because it's taking longer to go around the sun.
Yeah, that's true.
But low Earth orbit satellites have to reach the speed of 17,450 miles per hour.
Cool, 17,400.
Yeah, to maintain orbit. So actually, some are probably moving faster than that. They have to reach that just to maintain the orbit, so they don't fall out the sky.
So that's like the minimum you're saying.
The minimum is 17,450. Yeah, miles per hour.
Wow. So Elon's putting all these satellites in there, and and people are getting pissed. Like Aaron was saying, astronomers are getting mad because it's like blocking their view. And people are not just astronomers. Like people are getting pissed that just regular people, they look up and like, what is all that shit? It looks like UFOs, like legit. Like a line of satellites. It looks like UFOs. So I don't know. It's gonna be way more crazy when he gets them all up there. But here's what he's doing it though, is he's able to provide internet coverage for places that would never be able to get high speed internet. So the whole world is about to change really quickly because as of yesterday, he offered the $99 SpaceX Starlink pre-order. And now all that is a pre-order spot. You don't get anything for it. So, and he also said you're not actually, you're not guaranteed service. I don't know why he said that. It's strange to me because the whole project was he was going to cover the entire North American continent. So he's saying even if you pre-order the $99, you might not get this stuff, dude. But here's the thing: it's not just $99. That's just the pre-order. So the actual setup kit and everything is $500.
Right, I got you.
So
it's $500 to get started and $99 a month, which is probably worth it if you live out in the. Look, I go fishing sometimes, and I go offshore. We live in Louisiana, and we go offshore fishing. And once we get about 25 miles offshore, all cell phone service, everything we have is gone. Which is not a bad thing when you're fishing. You don't want to be bothered with the cell phone. You don't want to be bothered about what's going on the internet. You don't want to be worried about what's going on in Media Brothers podcast. You want to go fishing. So it's not a bad thing. But there's times that I would like to call my wife or somebody, make an emergency phone call besides having to use like the radio or whatever if you have something go wrong, So it's obviously it's going to be a good thing for everybody, I'm sure.
Don't bullshit. You want to post your selfie with the fish you catch. You want to do that.
No, I just do that when I get back.
You don't want to do it in the boat, man.
Hey, listen to this. The newer satellites that SpaceX launched have darker paints and are they're called dark sats.
Dark sat.
Their satellites are half as bright compared to the original ones.
That's pretty good then if it's half.
They painted them so they wouldn't reflect as much light from the sun is what it is. But astronomers are saying that it doesn't matter. It still messes them up either way because
they're still up there.
There's different light they use when they're doing their research. It's still messing everything up.
I mean, you still have 60,000 satellites, right? Orbiting the Earth at all times.
It's gonna be crazy.
Paint or not, it's gonna, you're gonna see that stuff up there. And I mean, you can look on video. You can go on YouTube right now and type in SpaceX or Starlink satellites in the sky, and there's like thousands of videos of people just literally outside their house filming the sky, and you can see these things, and it's the weirdest, eerie looking thing ever, man. It's crazy.
So hey, hang on, let's stick on space real quick. This on the 18th of February,
Mars.
NASA's landing a Mars rover.
Yeah, I find that real interesting because right now that it's not even really being talked about right now either. But
I know.
there's a Mars race right now. Remember the old space race like with Russia and the moon and all that?
Yeah,
that's all happening right now with Mars. And what's weird about it? You don't
Whatever.
really hear about it.
Whatever, they can race all they want. Look, the U.S. is the only one that's put anything on Mars and landed.
Yeah, but China,
eight things.
China's about to be there though.
No, they're going to crash. Dude, they've tried it before.
Yeah, they did. They have tried India as well. So
only 40% of the landing operations on Mars have been successful. The other 60% garbage.
Yeah,
and eight of those have been the U.S. So the U.S. has actually landed 8 things on Mars. Other countries have tried. United Emirates or whatever, they have something flying around.
Arab Emirates.
Yeah. So basically, I just read this article because it got sent to me. But basically, the U.S. is sending a rover to Mars, and it's supposed to land on the 18th. And you can watch it on NASA Live. I'm gonna give you the info in a minute when it actually lands. And you have a 60% chance of seeing this motherfucker blow up, but because only 40% are successful. But I mean, other countries have a lot of European countries have tried to land stuff on Mars and they failed. Everybody's failed.
Yeah, it's not easy.
China's going to fail too.
Yeah, I mean, China's not known for their technology. The thing about China,
it may work, I guess.
No, China is they're known knockoff innovators. They don't innovate anything themselves. They just copy other nations. And they don't do it that well. Like like you get a knockoff football jersey or whatever, you get it from China. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with their technology. They're not very. This is not. I'm not speaking out of school. This is known. Like China's
I'm gonna
not
say
really
this.
known for innovating stuff.
Just recently, China has landed on the moon. They've actually brought rocks back from the moon recently, which nobody has done in a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is so their technology is good enough. They're figuring it out, and I'm sure they see how NASA's landing these things on Mars, and I'm sure they're probably gonna be successful.
Speaking of moon rocks, did you ever have a moon rock when you were like a kid? You remember those?
I don't know what a moon rock is. Like an actual rock from the moon?
Yeah, like supposedly one of my friends like back in the 90s
he lied.
came back from Orlando where they went to the NASA center. and they came back, and it was a perfectly circle, like it looked like a rock with a crater in it, and it was apparently a moon rock. I don't know if that's true or not. I wonder if that is.
I would say no.
You think it's like a souvenir, like a fake thing?
I think an actual rock that's actually from the moon,
yeah,
it's worth a lot of money. And I think that the moon is made up of the same materials as planet Earth, because they think the moon was formed in an impact early on in its formation.
Correct.
And the materials on the moon are the same as the ones on Earth. So somebody's probably faking it and saying this is the same. This is the rock that's on the moon, but it's probably the same stuff as the Earth rock.
So are you saying 9-year-old me did not really have a moon rock? I got scammed.
I mean, I guess it's possible. How big is this? Was this thing a softball size? Or what are we talking about?
It was. Yeah, you could say like a softball size. That's perfect, actually. A little
I'd
bit
be
bigger,
willing
maybe.
to bet that was not real.
Yeah, I was told it was, but
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe they brought a ton of rocks back from the moon, but I don't think they could have got them back. It's just the weight of all of it. So
but don't you think that would be rare too? Like some little kid wouldn't get it like at a souvenir shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, it came from a souvenir shop. Yeah, I'm sure his dad told him it was a moon rock. He went out back and pulled a rock off the mountain next to him and said, "Here's a moon rock." Yeah. Put it in a bag and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but getting back, they're getting there. China's trying to land. You know what's funny about the United States rover that's about to land, the one you were talking about, that's about to land on the 18th. I was reading an article about it, and it's very interesting because they have like all these people that launch these things to get there. They have this control over them. They're doing all these calculations. They're sending it up there. They're changing stuff on the fly, right? But right now it's in a holding pattern about 10 days before it gets there. And we're in that time period right now where they have literally no control over what's going to happen anymore. They have to just watch it.
Basically, they're trying to get it slowed down enough to where Mars gravity grabs it and puts it into orbit. And that's what China just did. So China today or yesterday got their first one in the Mars orbit. United Arab Emirates already has one orbiting the planet, and then the U.S. is actually theirs is pulling in. But the reason that all three of them are there at the same time is Mars was really close to the Earth. Like it was like unprecedented, not unprecedented, but like unusual how close Mars was to the Earth back in July.
Right.
So everybody launched their stuff in July because the Earth was so close, and it's a much quicker trip. I think 8 months or something like that, or 7 months, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact details. But yeah, so that's why they're all there at the same time. I'm assuming they're all going to try to land something on Mars.
Yeah. Yeah. So
a rover.
Yeah, it's the Perseverance rover. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't really know what the goal is besides landing on there.
Collecting samples and trying to get them back to Earth is the goal. And I think it's going to take up to 10 years to get those samples back. By the time those samples come back, I think Elon Musk will have people living on the moon.
Yeah, because that was what I was getting into next. Elon Musk came out today. This is all really relevant to like today. Like we're in February 10th, 2021, but Elon's coming out. He's saying today that he's going to get humans to Mars by 2026, which is 7 years before NASA plans to put people there.
Wow.
So Elon Musk is going to have a head start, and he's going to do it, man. Wow. I will say something about him, man. When he says something, he usually pulls through on it, And he likes setting goals. He does come out and say that he likes setting goals just to have them, even though they might be out of reach. But his point is he wants to get to Mars before that, and I quote, before World War III starts on Earth. He wants to be there before whatever that happens, because he probably wants to get off the planet. You know what I'm saying?
This dude has so much power right now. He'll sit there and he'll talk about Bitcoin or Dogecoin and the value go up, and he can make as much money as he ever wanted to, or he can get his friends to whatever. So I mean, if he's saying there's going to be World War III, I'm sure he can make it happen. That's just the way I look at it at this point.
Dude, what would you feel if you were so influential that you could send out a tweet and freaking send cryptocurrency through the roof?
I think it's too influential, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm a crypto guy. Don't get me wrong, but nobody should have that much power.
I mean, that has to be some kind of an ego trip, don't you think? Like, I can just send out a tweet and bam, like the whole market goes up.
I think he likes something. He thinks something's the future, and he's all about the future and perpetuating this forward. And I think that he thinks that crypto's the future, and he wants to back it up as much as he can. But he's making some people rich. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, he is, and I mean, yeah, you're right about that because I'm a huge Elon Musk fan, so I will preface this conversation. We kind of been talking about him a lot, but so he is a crypto believer in cryptocurrency. It's something we've talked about since.
So am I, by the way.
The very start of our podcast. We've been we were kind of bought in when it first came out. We just didn't invest in it like we should have back then. Yeah, so me and Aaron have been into Bitcoin like since the very beginning. We just kind of was watching it from the outside, and recently we both kind of dived into it a little bit. But Elon Musk this week, with Tesla, invested $1.5 billion into Bitcoin.
Okay, so at this point, it's legitimate, right?
Well, yeah, because also it definitely is. Because the other thing he did was they're revamping Tesla's contract and their sales guidelines, and they're now going to also this week, by the way, start accepting Bitcoin to buy Tesla automobiles. So yeah, that makes it legit. Bitcoin is, I mean, yeah. This is the week Bitcoin became legit. Like when you can buy a Tesla car, which is one of the biggest, brands in the world right now, and the guy who's the CEO of SpaceX about to go to Mars, and the guy who's Starlink Internet's about to cover the entire United States and maybe the world, and now he's doing the Tesla cars, and he's like having Bitcoin, and he's making it legit. Like the one man, like we're talking about his influence, man. He's making it legit, and everybody's going to follow it. There's no doubt. There's now people saying it's going to hit maybe even 300,000 by the end of the year. I don't believe that, but it might.
Okay, another link to space in him is he shot a Tesla into space.
That was awesome.
It's orbiting into the galaxy. It's like orbiting the sun right now at this point.
Did you watch that when it happened?
No, but I've heard some stuff like,
dude,
when it was the coolest I think it just swung around. It may have just swung around or something close. I can't remember what happened, but something recently. And they said it was like probably destroyed at this point from meteor impacts and stuff.
He was testing his big Falcon Heavy rocket from SpaceX, and it wasn't like he just shot a Tesla into space. I mean, he kind of did. Right?
He just drove it really fast and hit a ramp.
He kind of did. He kind of did.
Ramped it right to the atmosphere.
He just ramped like you know how Tesla has a ludicrous mode when it goes really fast. He built a huge ramp and just hit the fucking.
He said satellite. It was satellite mode. It goes 17,450 miles an hour,
mode,
and it hits a ramp and goes straight into the atmosphere.
Launch X Falcon mode, like
the
straight up in there.
There's no way to land it. He can't land it. Is the problem. He's got.
Dude, can you imagine if you had a Tesla and you hit a button and like rocket jets came out the back and you could shoot up into space?
Hey, real quick. NASA will provide live coverage of the landing of the rover. The NASA TV broadcast from Mission Control kicks off Thursday, February 18th at 11:15 Pacific time. So that's local time. That's what?
I don't know. I'm dumb with the time zones.
12, 1.
It's like 3 hours, I think.
Oh, is it 3?
I don't know, man. I think it is. So you got Pacific, Mountain, Central, and Eastern. So, yeah.
Touchdown is in the Zero crater on Mars, and is scheduled for around 12:30 Pacific time. So 3 o'clock, 3:30 here.
So 3:30 here, yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be watching that. I was watching the.
Dude, how stupid are we that we don't know the time zones? Hang on.
Yeah.
So Eastern time zone, and then Central, then Mountain, then Pacific. Okay. So if it's 12:30, it's 1:30. It's 2:30. 2:30 here.
It's 2:30, guys.
3:30 Eastern, 2:30. I'm sorry.
Are you sure though? I mean,
yeah, Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. I'm pretty sure those are the 4 times of the United States.
So 2:30 Central Time is when it should be landing around that time. So tune in to NASA's coverage.
Sure. You're gonna maybe look to make sure I'm not sounding like an idiot.
So I was okay. So when Elon Musk shot that Tesla into space. I was watching it live, and it was one of the coolest. This is like when I really was like, "This dude's awesome."
It's 2 hours ahead. Yeah, 2 hours ahead.
So it is 2:30. So 2:30 Central
on the 18th
time.
on NASA TV. Check it out.
February 18th. So I was watching the when he shot that Tesla in, and he put cameras everywhere. Right, it was awesome. So he put a camera in the Tesla car, and you can watch it in real time. And he put like an astronaut suit in there in the driver's seat. So he had like it looked like a crash test dummy. Like somebody was actually in there driving it. It's the best video ever.
Suit. It was a space
suit. Yeah, it's an astronaut suit. So it was a space suit. So
gotcha.
It looked like somebody was actually in it. when he did it. And then you can see, it was the coolest thing was you could see like when it got far enough up, you could see like in the rear view mirror the Earth in the back, like the round Earth in the rear view. It was pretty awesome, dude. But the best part about it is he had a playlist going in the car radio, and you know that song, the 2001 Space Odyssey. It goes like, he played that like on a loop. And he played like some David Bowie, like the Ziggy Stardust Spaceman song and all that.
It would be cool if you put solar panels on it and it could charge and keep playing as it goes through the solar
definitely.
system.
The battery definitely died, but it was the coolest thing was there was a shot of like that song playing, a dude driving a Tesla in space, and the Earth behind it. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. That dude thinks of everything, man. That was pretty legit. I was watching it, and it was like one of those moments where, like, man, I remember where I was when I was watching this, because like that's just something that people don't do. People don't shoot cars into space, you know.
Hey, let me ask you this. This is a serious question. This is a belief question. So this might hit hard a little bit. Do you believe there's other life out in the universe?
Man. Yeah, I mean, now what kind of life are we talking about? Intelligent life? Or just life?
No, I'm talking about, obviously there's life. There's life. I think there's life on Mars. There may be even life on the moon, and where the water's out on the moon, on
Probably.
the dark side. We don't even know at this point. I think there's life on Saturn, or some of Saturn's moons. I can't remember their names. I'm about to top of my head.
Jupiter, I think Jupiter, and maybe Saturn. I think you're right. Titan and Europa. Europa's one that's really like Earth. Europa is a moon that's basically has water on it.
But the problem is, it doesn't have to be like Earth. Like even Pluto, they think beneath the surface of Pluto is a big ocean, a liquid ocean, because it's so deep.
Yeah, under the surface of it. Yeah, that's what the Europa's the same way.
So for your question is, I think there's life in our solar system. I think there's intelligent life in the universe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you define life as like just living organisms and cells and stuff, then I mean,
bacteria, anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's definitely that. Now, when it comes to intelligent life, that's where it gets kind of shaky, because
it doesn't.
I mean, if you look at the vast numbers of everything and just do the math, you'd be pretty arrogant to think there isn't. You know what I'm saying?
It's statistically impossible for them.
Well, it's not though. Okay, I could go on. It is and it's not. It is and it's not.
Okay, explain to me why you think it's not.
Because this is like, we are here, and the assumption is we're a random series of events. Like this is all chaos. But yet we're sitting here talking to each other.
It's not chaos. We know for a fact the universe is expanding at this point, correct? You do know that, right?
It is infinitely expanding, but there's also going to be a heat death of the universe, and it's all going to be gone one day.
There's different theories. There's expansion, and there's also a theory of contraction, where eventually it's going to contract back to the point.
Yeah, it goes back and forth.
There's a lot of different theories that nobody really knows.
Yeah,
but what we do know is there's billions. Yeah. And this is with the B of galaxies, okay?
But Billy, there's more than that, dude.
Each one of the I'm just saying, but just think of a billion galaxies. There is a billion stars in each one of these galaxies.
Yeah, there has to be.
And we're only one star, bro. There is some stuff I can show you on the internet that will blow your mind, to show you like what these people have actually mapped out the known universe, like stars and stuff. And there's a video that takes you from like Earth. And it just takes you out as far as you can go, as far as the actual known universe is. And this is known universe. This is as far as we can see, and we can only see so far. And when you look into the universe, when you look out into the deep universe, you're actually looking back in time, because it takes so much time for light to travel to the Earth.
That is correct. That is true. You're not looking in real time because there's so much distance involved.
You're looking in the past. Did I say future? You're looking in the past is what you're looking at.
Yeah, you're looking in the past. You're not looking in the real time. It's definitely not the future.
Some of the stuff you see out there, it could even be burnout now. We don't even know. But the human eye, all we see is basically what's in our galaxy.
You could go out and look up and see stars, and they might not be there anymore, but you're seeing them. You know what I'm saying? I could go into this for the rest of it. So the other part is, there's a something I wanted you to look up, and I'll send you a link to it. It's called the Fermi paradox. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not heard of the Fermi paradox.
The Fermi paradox.
Like now, furry?
Fermi, Fermi.
I know what furries are. Furries are these people that go to Comic-Con dressed up as animals and they have sex with each other. That's what furries are, okay? So if you're talking to get into some kinky furry stuff, I mean, I don't even know about it.
So no, we're not talking about the furry con paradox. Where you put a tail on and go do questionable things with people while you're dressed up in a bear suit. But no, called or whatever,
pink
fox, whatever. Pink. I mean, like remember the bronies? What were they called? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what a brony is. Never heard
My
of
Little Pony. It was the My Little Pony. There's like some freak dudes that do that too. They're called bronies, I think.
Yeah.
But that was
losers.
The whole thing.
I call them losers.
Losers. They're all losers. No, but
I'm joking. Any furries out there listening to us, I'm joking.
Yeah, we love everybody, so we don't judge. So there's something called the Fermi paradox, and I think this is the best thing that I can tell you how I feel about it, because nobody knows, number one. The number two is it defines it perfectly. There's something called the Great Filter, and that's basically what the Fermi paradox is based on. So it basically says there's type 1 civilizations, type 2, and type 3. And it kind of tries to find out where we are. And what it basically says, without getting too kind of involved, I'll send it to you because you'll love this article. But what it says is like it's either or. Either we're the only things that are actually intelligent life, and we've passed this thing called the Great Filter, or there's other intelligent life on the other side, and the Great Filter's in front of us, and when we get to it, we're going to all burn up and die, and there's other civilizations out there that have already evolved past what we are. And if that's the case, then we're going to die eventually. It's very interesting. It's called the Fermi paradox, and it's basically saying that there's something called the Great Filter, and either we're on one side of it and we haven't gone through the filter yet, which is scary, because that means we're going to have to go through it, and either we pass the test and we live forever, whatever you want to call it, or we get to the other side and we die because there's a whole other civilization that's well more evolved and advanced than us, and we're just like their food, basically.
I don't know anything about this furry theory or whatever, but obviously, I mean, this is no time in our lifetime, no time in our 10 generations lifetime. But obviously, at some point, we're going to have to move from the Earth and colonate other areas, because the Earth is not going to hold our population forever. It's just not. So that's why this trip to Mars is so important. That's why these satellites are going into these other galaxies, or not other galaxies, staying in our galaxy, but traveling far in our galaxy, looking for Earth-like planets is so important, because eventually one day our civilization may have to pick up and move, because I mean, this planet's only going to last so long, I would think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Everything you said is dead on. The other part of that is and everybody is focused on what you just said. The whole scientific community and all those people that are looking, because you got to get off the planet. I mean, Elon Musk said it years ago. You have to have a backup planet. So if something were to explode, you have to have a backup, like a computer, right?
Like if the Death Star took our planet out.
Yes.
We had to be somewhere else to continue our civilization.
At least
human civilization.
At least a group of people, somebody has to be somewhere else. They can't be here, at the very least. So what's the best thing to do? Create up a backup. Like if you back up your computer or your phone, or, you have a backup. It's a mirror image. So that's what the Mars trip's about, is about establishing a civilization on another planet so we have a backup. Now, here's the thing.
They have to restore that. They have to restore the atmosphere more. Yeah. That's the only way to do it, I think, at this point.
Well, that's kind of ties in what I'm about to say. So, yeah, they're trying to... And actually, believe it or not, I know I'm heavy on Elon Musk this episode, but he's also said what he wants to do. He definitely have to, quote, terraform Mars. You can't. At first, they're going to build domes where they're going to pump in oxygen and all that, but you can't survive like that, right?
No, you can't build a civilization like that.
Definitely can't. So he's gonna have to create atmosphere, and one of the way he wants to do it is literally shoot nukes into the air. Have you ever heard that? Shoot nukes into the shoot nukes and detonate them right up like in the atmosphere where.
Look, I heard some different things. There's some different theories. I don't know if that's the one to go with, but
he made some shirts that said nuke Mars, and people got mad at him because they were like nuke Mars, and they didn't get it because he meant like nuke Mars as in explode these nuclear weapons or whatever you want to call them, explosions in the air, and when it does, all that material and all those molecules go in the atmosphere and they get trapped. And it creates like an atmosphere like the Earth. It would work in theory. Nobody knows if it's going to work or not. But my thing is,
I'd say
going back to what you said, and this is what. No, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to shoot nukes in the air. I agree. But one of the other things that I think people are missing is that we aren't always going to be carbon-based life forms. I don't think we're going to need Earth-like planets. Eventually.
It's possible. We could be living in the freaking, the computer simulation at some point.
You remember Battlestar Galactica? Like we might get to a point where we're like a race that is like basically robotic. We are complete machines, and it doesn't matter if we're on Earth or Pluto. We can live on Pluto because we don't need to breathe in air or any of that anymore. So I think people are missing that point. Like I get that you got to have that stopgap where there's going to be a point where we transition to that. You know what I'm saying? And then you would need quote Earth-like planets, but I don't think. Like in our long run of a civilization, I don't think you need Earth-like planets.
Well, I can tell you this: I think that the transition from human to technology is a definite discussion we can have at a later time because it's very in depth.
Oh
because technology is moving at a pace right now where, I mean, just look at the facts. What's really going on right now? It's AI is already learning. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty scary.
Does Terminator actually happen? I mean, is that for real?
Terminator's scary. You know what's scary about that is it's called Judgment Day. You remember the second one?
Yeah.
And that day is coming, bro, whether you like it or not. Like, and that's why Elon, I mean, I know I'm going back on it, but Elon's saying that, look, man, the machines, we already gave them too much power. He was like, we've already created the AI. You can't put Pandora's box. You can't close it.
This coming from a guy who's trying to put it in your brain.
Yeah, what he's doing it though.
He's trying to put it in your brain. Is what he's trying to do.
That is true. That
he may be the one that we need to stay away from at this point.
That is pretty questionable if you think about it. I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, he is the one trying to do it. But he's saying that
Neuralink or something. Is that what he calls it?
Yeah, it's Neuralink. Which was pretty interesting that he named it Neuralink, and he's doing Starlink with the internet. What if he's trying
wait? Something came out this week about Neuralink. What was it?
Oh, he Elon put Neuralink into a monkey, and the monkey can play video games with his mind. For real.
So that's what I heard. I heard something like that. I thought it was like a fake, like an Onion article or something.
No, it's for real. I know that's the problem with today's society and news. You don't know if it's real anymore. But this is for real. Like he put so he's already put it in a pig. That was the big thing. The Neuralink is just so y'all know if y'all don't know, Neuralink is a brain interface chip where he's trying to extend the bandwidth of the cortex in your brain, which basically means he's saying that we are already cyborgs because we're using technology and we have cell phones, but we're slowed down. We're slowed down though because we have to use our fingers to interact with them, right?
No, your eyes, I think too.
And your eyes. Well, both of them. Yeah,
your eyes.
So what he's trying to do is put a chip in your brain to extend your cortex, which means you don't have that interface anymore. You just kind of think everything. That's the basis of it.
I don't like that though. I like to do shit.
Like your thought patterns will send. He said that within 10 years, maybe 15, that we will only talk like we're doing now for nostalgic purposes. That we won't need to speak anymore. That's how far he sees it going.
I believe writing's going away. I mean, cursive writing's already gone basically in schools.
Yeah, cursive is barely
do your kids learn cursive?
They only at this point they're only writing their name. They learn. Okay, I'll tell you this. My kids, my oldest is 12, my youngest is 7. So my 12-year-old, my 11-year-old, they at one point they said they took it out the curriculum completely. So there was no cursive. But then there was like an uproar about it because they were saying if you have history like handwriting, you want to learn that history, right? You don't want to just forget about it.
Do you I'm really
just saying. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know about that one, but so they learn how to sign their name. That was basically all they do now. They learn how because of the signature, So
really?
They learn how to sign their name, and then I don't think they go through any cursive writing classes. Like when I was in school, I did cursive writing.
Yeah, me too. So cursive is dead already. Writing is going to be dead. Like paperback books are gone at some point. Just like the home telephone, it's all going to end up going away.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff you said, you're carrying in your pocket now. I mean, it's funny. Like this is a joke, and it's kind of a cringy meme. But like, remember in school when people said like you had to learn math, right? And like the teacher was like, "You're not going to have a calculator in your pocket everywhere you go." Well, not only do we have
that bit's wrong.
Not only do we have a fucking calculator, we have a fucking internet device that's connected to the rest of the world.
Yeah, I got more than a calculator, bitch. I can tell you what you did 10 years ago on 2014 4th of July. I mean, okay.
I got a fucking. Not only do I have a calculator, it's funny. I don't have a calculator in my pocket, but I have a computer 6,000 times the computer that they used to land on Mars the first time.
And I can ask it any question in the world, and it will tell me the answer. It might be 5 or 6 different answers from 5 or 6 different media sources, but hey, it's an answer.
You're not going to have a calculator. Yeah, I got a supercomputer, bitch.
That's the problem now is people put too much faith in technology.
Yes,
you don't know what's real anymore. Like these deep fake videos. Remember I sent you that one the other day? And you sent me an article about some deepfakes that the government was doing, I think.
Well, they have the one I sent. Yeah, deepfake is a very scary thing. That's AI that learns patterns of faces, and you feed it enough footage of a person, and you can put that person on a video, and you wouldn't know the difference. But the thing is, computers can detect these things. The human eye can't, right?
No.
But the computer can detect them. The article I sent you today is that the deep fakes are getting so good, these fake videos. Like, they put one out of Obama talking and stuff, and the detection computers could not detect that it was fake.
Okay, so then we get to the point where you can't really trust any. Like, in 5 years from now, any video you see, you don't know if it's real, if the person's real. This is the future. This is today. In 5 years from now, just think how it's going to be. You're not going to be. You're going to be able to make entire movies with celebrities, and the celebrities won't even be in the movies.
Yeah, you can. You know how they say, like, you remember how they did this, like, exactly what you're saying. Actually, they did this, like, Michael Jackson and, like, some of these other deceased artists, like music artists. They were putting holograms on the stage
a long time ago. That was the first thing. Was the hologram. Yeah, that was mind blowing. But the people in the audience couldn't see it, but the people on TV could.
Yeah, but it was so real. Like, it looked like Michael Jackson was on stage performing, and you really couldn't tell the difference, you know. And then so what this is, though, is like what Aaron's saying. They'll be able to film a movie with, like, a stand-in actor, and probably without anybody whatsoever eventually. But you can put, like, movies out with actors that are dead, and they can reappear in new movies.
Yeah,
and the weird thing
is,
they
already did it. Fast and the Furious. Paul Walker, his brother was a stand-in who looked similar to him. They put his face. It's already happened.
Well,
he's dead.
You still haven't watched Mandalorian, right? So I don't want to spoil it for you. But
what's the Mandalorian? What's that?
That's the Star Wars Boba Fett. Anyway, look, the last episode. Since you still haven't seen it,
you can talk about it. I don't care.
Okay, so they brought Luke back at the last episode. Spoiler alert. Sorry. And it's the old Luke, but they used the stand-in.
Boy, you fucked up that spoiler alert. You were way late on that.
I know. If you have by now, if people are watching Mandalorian, they're already seen this.
Yeah, dude. I mean, exactly.
Anyway, it was the season 2 finale, and it was like the big Mandalorian moment. It was amazing. Like the little Yoda guy, this Jedi shows up. He flies in. You don't see him at first. Like, he has the green lightsaber, though, and you see it on the video footage, and he's just fucking shit up, dude, like, left and right. He's, like, using the Force. He's killing all these robots.
That's
cool. He's, like, dude, he's, like, so powerful, just destroying everything in sight. And the door finally opens, the Star Wars, and they pan up to him, and it's the old school Luke Skywalker. Like, it's him. Like, it's the old one, like, from the old movies. Dude, it was blew me away, man. But so what they did is the reason I'm bringing that up is because they put a lookalike in, like you're saying, like the Paul Walker thing, and they deep faked the old Star Wars footage into the new Mandalorian, and you cannot, and he talks and everything. Like, he speaks. He's like, dude, that's Luke from the old Star Wars movie. And you know, like, I know CGI has been around a long time and everything, but this was the guy. Like, this was not fake, you know? Yeah. It just gives a whole new meaning to special effects, you know?
It goes back to my point. The point I'm trying to make is, you think Facebook and Twitter with fake news, you don't know what actually to believe at this point. You really don't. I mean, I'm having a hard time sifting through it, and I know me too. I think I know what's going on, but I really don't half the time, apparently.
No.
And just to think in 5 years from now how much disinformation, and you just don't know, you're not going to know what is actual reality. And that is a problem for the human race.
It's a problem for my... I would tell you right now, it's already affected my kids. Like, I have to sit down and talk to them, man, because they don't... Like, I had to, you know, I'm just being honest, it's kind of personal, but I banned almost all of YouTube because they just sit there and watch it, right? And, like, it's like mostly they're watching normal things, you know, that kids watch. But every once in a while, like, we'll look over and they're watching something that's really questionable. And here's the thing, that they don't know any better. They're kids, right? They're just and they're putting this stuff in front of their face, and they're just believing it. Like, they're just why wouldn't they? Like, we sat down in front of the TV when me and you grew up. You know, we had our own TV, and you believed the stuff that was on it. You know, there were shows, and you knew they were fake. Don't get me wrong, but they were fiction. They were like stories and cartoons and like sitcoms. Like, you knew this stuff wasn't real, right? But now it's like my kids, like, in these next generation, they're just watching this stuff, and it's like, wow. Like, I had me and Jackie, my wife, we had to sit down and talk about this because. You're whatever you're watching and you're consuming and you're putting it in front of your eyes, you're going to start believing it if you watch enough of it, right?
I agree.
And so we're at that point, and like what you just said, like with my own children, I had to make a decision, man, because it was like starting to bother me. I'm like, this is not like when we were kids. Like, this is a whole new dimension right now.
Like, give me an example of one of the things that you didn't approve of.
It's not even like I don't approve. It's just like it's really it's like just questionable people that might have like beliefs I don't necessarily think that kids should be watching, but they're not
Right.
like pumping. They're not pumping the beliefs down their kids' throats.
No,
they're just,
but if they see enough of it, they think it's the reality. Is the thing.
you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. So it's not actually bad stuff. It's just that they're being influenced by this stuff that they normally wouldn't have. Like I'm letting it in my house, right? And it's like I don't agree with like the main like underlying whatever this person is, and it's like, and then they're they're quite normal people. I'm not like calling anybody out, but it's just that's not something I would let in my house in a normal right.
So in 5 years from now, how bad is it going to be?
It's going to be bad, man. I'm going to tell you because I can tell you just from an IT standpoint and what we're doing. Like I work for a school system, and the scary part is we're starting to put kids on computers at school now. Like school,
standard issue for a lot of schools around the nation.
Exactly,
computers are standard issues.
They are. I mean, we are 1-to-1, and we're in a poor rural school district here in Louisiana. We're in rural Louisiana. It's 90% poverty. I mean, we're in a bad spot. But guess what? The funding is there because we're poor, and the Coronavirus CARES Act gave us a ton of money for technology. So the new thing is we're giving kids computers and devices, man, at a young age. We're putting them in kindergartners' hands. Like we're putting a device
and you're telling them to use it. And of course, what they're going to do when they get on, if they can use it for other things besides school, which I'm sure they can.
Of course,
it's going to cause problems. I mean, why are we giving these to kids?
Yeah,
why aren't the computers in the classes? I guess they got to bring them home to do the homework.
Well, here's the thing. So
I don't understand it at all.
We're in a way the older kids do it like that, but see now we're in a whole different world right now because we got the pandemic going on. So what we did, we went all virtual this school year to start, and so we had to start school with no kids in class, man. So we have to do something, right?
Yeah.
So our board decided to do that, and we scrambled to get devices home, and now, like even now that they're mostly back, they're not all back yet, but they're about to be. They're still going to have a standard issue Chromebook, and they're going to bring that home and that's their homework now. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're no longer pen and paper doing math anymore, and turning
paper's
it in.
Gone.
Yeah, paper's gone. That's
paper's gone.
The
only time we're going to use paper in the future is to sign documents, like legal documents, like I do mortgages, and we can basically do everything. Basically now that when we do a mortgage, there's no paperwork involved. At the very end, the title company, you're supposed to sit down and sign all your paperwork. Well, now we just started this new thing where you sign everything online, and you go in and you only sign a few papers at the closing table because everything else is done online. And pretty soon there'll be a way to verify that person online.
Yeah, you can already do it.
You won't even be going in to close on a house before
you can already do that. So signatures, if that's all you're doing now, they already have products out there. One's called Adobe Sign.
I use DocuSign. DocuSign's what I use.
That's basically the same thing.
But some legal documents require actual signatures. Like a mortgage requires an actual signature. I wouldn't bought a car tonight. It required an actual signature on the loan.
Yeah, but that's just
only a matter of time for that's gone.
Yeah, I'm about to say, that's just the holdover from the old ways, though. That's going to be because you got digital signatures now that it verifies it's you through encryption. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do paper. That's just a holdover.
So in 10 years from now, will kids even have pens and paper at school? In 10 years from now, what's your guess?
Oh man, 10 years from now, what is that? 2031? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think you'll have that anymore. I really don't.
It's all going to be digital.
I mean, because I'll tell you why I think that, because we're expanding our network. Like I said, we're considered a poor school district, and we get federal money because of that, and we are expanding our network now. Like you have a 10 gig connection at your house. I mean, at 1 gig, you have which is really fast for a home connection. 1 gig.
Dude, my internet is so fast, bro. I can do the kids' homework before it's even assigned. Okay, that's how fast my internet is.
So we are right now in the process of upgrading all of our infrastructure to 10 gigs. So 10 times faster than what you have.
Yeah.
So if that's happening,
I need to get with Cox. There's a 10 gig. I need to get with Cox.
You gotta get a 10 gig package so you can sit there and close your eyes at night and just all that information just travels to your eyelids.
That's what Elon Musk wants to happen.
I mean that's the thing, is that all this is tying. If you listen to us, all this is tying in all together, dude. We're hitting we're all kind of evolving into this electronic information, like sharing of real time creatures. I mean, we're gonna be. You gotta think, man. We're in 2021.
It is growing exponentially at this point, and there's no slowdown in sight.
Dude, you gotta, yeah, no, I agree. Like, exponential is the correct word. Like, you gotta think, dude, like, we're in 2021 right now. In 2001, that's only 20 years ago. There was barely high-speed internet, bro. You were still using dial-up 2001.
Bro, the iPhone wasn't around until 2008.
Yeah, 2001 was the Razor phone.
The iPhone is 13 years old, and look where it's at.
13 years old. And YouTube, like, for instance, YouTube was only come out in 2005. So that's not even old. YouTube's barely... a thing, dude.
This is the craziest time to live, bro.
Yeah,
really
we're in an exciting time, because
I'm glad that I grew up when I didn't have the internet, and then I kind of grew into the internet because I got to live life before the internet. And a lot of these kids, I feel, even my daughter, she's 21.
Yeah.
She didn't have the childhood I had because technology was butting its ugly head in the whole time.
Yeah, your daughter is kind of the cutoff point. Like right before her, she was born 96, right? Something like that.
Yeah, 97.
So around that time is right when
No. She's born 99. She's born 99.
So 99. So 90. I can tell you this. So 98 was when high-speed cable internet was first released to the homes around our area. So she was kind of born with high-speed internet. So by the time she was,
by the time she realized what stuff was,
it was already there.
It was
light
already
speed.
there. Yeah,
and and even me, like I was in '83, so I didn't have any of that either. Like but here's the thing: is that our dad was a telephone man for Bell South, and he did get us on the internet more faster than most normal people did. So we were on it before anybody else. But even so, like we grew up with it. We watched it start. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: that was only. Like, I'm only 37, man, and that's not old. Like, we're still young, and here's the thing. Like, you're an old fart. But
I'm 44, by the way, if y'all wanted to know that.
And I'm 37, so we're 7 years apart, born on the same day. I know you hate that.
Joke again.
Yeah, but so the thing is, man, is what I think about is that, you got a college kid that's about to be out of college, right? So she's kind of done her whole, formative years, and she's past all that, right? Mine are not. Mine are just starting all that. And so I'm really concerned. I'm so concerned about that.
Curious to see what's going to be like in 10 years. I'm really curious.
I'm scared of my kids, like their future. I mean, in a good way and a bad way. It's just.
So let me ask you this: 10 years from now, will we have people on Mars? Let me ask you a few questions. People on Mars.
Oh yes, absolutely. What do you think? 10 years? Okay, so do you mean people
Elon,
at all?
I know Elon Musk wants people in 2026 or whatever.
Well, he wants to get the first person there by then.
Right. So, I mean, do we have somebody living? Because obviously it's an 8-month trip. I guess they can fly back somehow. I don't know. Maybe they do plan on sending them back. But do you think we'll have people put their foot on Mars in the next 10 years?
I do. I think 2031. Yeah, I think you might just be doing it like at 10 years from now. But I think by 10 years, you definitely have somebody on Mars. At least one person. I think you might even be surprised. We might be even further along. You might even have like a small civilization up there by then.
I personally think there's going to be some issues, and I don't think it's going to, in 10 years we'll have anybody on Mars yet. I don't. I really don't.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think. I think Elon's his goal is it's going to be very hard to reach.
Yeah, he has a whatever you call that goals that are kind of out there, and they might not be, but here's the thing:
he reaches for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, he reaches for the stars. He's done everything that he's looked out to do, and sometimes he's done it before his time frame. So if anybody's going to be able to pull it off, it's going to be him. You might be right. There's a lot to get up there. Like you have a lot you have to do. But I think you'll have somebody up there.
Okay, in 10 years, will there be paperback bookstores?
Paperback bookstores? No,
or
definitely not.
Order, it'll be like a thing you can order on Amazon,
No, I don't. Man, I think you'll have like a specialty novelty store, like kind of like record stores right now, where vinyl records they're still there, right? But they're kind of novelty and a niche market. I think you'll have those. Just like so let me ask you this.
Well, this generation's growing up without books. You got to understand that, Andrew.
That is true. But so what? I didn't grow up with vinyl records, and I go to the record store right now. So I think
but their generation's probably going to get rid of books, I would think, eventually.
Yeah, I think now as of the mainstream, like, are you going to go actually get a book and read it? I don't think so.
They don't do that now.
But I think bookstores will exist if nothing else from novelty. That brings me to a question to you that's kind of the same. Do you think in 10 years, are you going to be going to a movie theater?
No.
No? That quick, huh?
There will be no movie theaters in 10 years.
I think so. I think there will be. And just like I'm
saying.
Well,
like you said, it might be like a niche market where you have like a theater and everybody wants to go live with the glory days and go watch a movie in the theater.
Yes.
But I think this pandemic's pretty much killed the movie theater. I mean, I don't know how many are going to survive. AMC's obviously going to survive because of all the money they're getting pumped into with stocks and everything right now. They're going to survive as of now. But in 10 years from now, I don't know if AMC's going to be around. I doubt it. Online, maybe they'll have their online services like a Netflix.
Yeah, it'll be like
that. Yeah.
You know what I thought was interesting about that? We talked about that last episode, and you said HBO was the first one to offer the movies at home. You remember that?
What was the first one that I knew about? Maybe there might be
but you know what I find interesting about that is that the HBO stands for home box office.
Yeah, right.
So they kind of already saw that coming. You know, I mean, it's kind of, and I know they didn't, but I mean that's pretty interesting, right?
Okay, so in 10 years from now, will every new car sold be electric?
Oh man, that's a hard one. No. I don't. I think you're close.
Bullshit.
Though. I think you're close.
In 10 years from now, I think every new car on the lot.
10 years,
dude. It's already starting to turn now.
I don't know, man. Maybe
Toyota's releasing their first EV like this coming.
Yeah, I know. There's and you got Ford and GM too doing it. I think it's happening. Don't get me wrong, but 10 years seems pretty advanced. Like if that seems like. That's a lot.
No, I'm not talking about. I think there still will be gas cars on the road.
If you're talking about every new car,
I think when you go to the car dealership, you're gonna have to pick nothing but electronic cars.
So what you're saying is there's not gonna be like a 2030 gas car you can buy.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be close. I don't know. I think there will be. I don't think we're gonna have enough lithium to do that yet. I think it's gonna be close though.
They're gonna redesign the battery. They're gonna use different things. They've already got. In fact, I think. One of them was already redesigned, and they're not even using lithium anymore.
Well, the other part of that is that that you use more energy to charge your car than you do oil and gas. So I don't know. It's kind of like fool's gold. Like it's cleaner, quote, but the other part of that.
Like we talked about before, nuclear power is as clean as it gets. I mean, as long as it don't blow up.
If you embrace nuclear power technology, if
that's
do
what
that,
they're doing. They're doing that across the nation right now.
If they do that, then yeah, probably so. But if they have to buy in all the way. Like it has to. 10 years is a lot of time, but not for something like to change the whole industry. Now I know there's a lot of electric cars already out there. That seems like not enough time to me. That's all.
10 years is a long time, bro.
Not for, I mean, yeah.
Think of what Apple did in 10 years.
You're talking about changing an entire industry. It's been around for, 50 years, if not 100 years?
What happened to
I don't know, man.
The landline? What happened to the landline?
Yeah, but that's not
How fast did it go out?
That's not the same thing. Sure because the landline got trumped by technology that was better. This isn't better technology.
Sure it is.
It's not. I mean, you already said that.
Self-driving.
Yeah, but you already said that cars break and you can't fix them. It's not better.
They're gonna make them better. In 10 years from now, they'll be gold probably. You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'll be more. Okay, in 10 years, electric cars will be more reliable than electric cars. There's a lot less moving parts in an electric car than there is a gas car.
You don't have a powertrain and all that. I mean, it's true, but here's the thing. Like, yeah, telephones, of course, obviously, but. It's not like you replaced the telephone. You had something better. You had internet. It wasn't telephone that you're.
Well, I'm not replacing the car, but
still a car.
Cars, but so the telephone and the cell phone are still phones.
Yeah, but they're not really phones. They just do phone things. Like this is still a car. That's the only purpose is to get into it. No, the only purpose for a car is to make you get into it and go somewhere else. Like we had a phone that you could only talk on, and now you got a computer that has a legacy option to talk on a phone. Like you don't have to talk.
I get what you're saying.
Like we're not on a phone right now.
I guess they're called phones. They're more like personal computers in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
Pocket pull computers, you know?
Right. Yeah. Pocket pull computers. And you know what's crazy is that it's legitly the computer like 10 times or 100. I think it's 600 times actually. The cell phone in your pocket, Apple iPhone or Android right now, is 600 times better than the computers they use to land on the moon. Think about that, dude. It's in your pocket. And that computer was the size of like 3 buildings.
That is wild.
So we can. I got one more for you that's kind of the same.
Yeah.
GameStop or retail like video games. Those are gone, right? Stores.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Those are going within 5 years. And
I can tell you.
The only reason GameStop's living right now is because of the freaking stock market too, I think.
So do you remember that you said GameStop was definitely going away? And I was telling you, oh no, they're going to pivot into like
clothing,
merchandise, and like
clothing,
yeah.
which I can order off of Amazon, get a bigger selection and cheaper probably. Go ahead, go.
So we had that whole conversation, right? Guess what? The GameStop in my town's closing. So
is it?
Yeah, it's gone. I found that out today. Actually, that's crazy.
Bro.
So that's the writers on the wall.
They're all gonna tumble.
You remember
Blockbuster?
Blockbuster Video, yeah. Bro. That's what I was about to say.
That's the best example of what technology can do to a company.
Yeah.
And Blockbuster had a probably chance to come online, and they just bucked the system. They didn't do it, you know.
No, they had executives. If you read the story, it's pretty interesting. Actually, they knew it. They knew, but it was too late once they decided to move on it. Like Netflix was they started doing the Netflix model. If you remember, Netflix was I know you do, but it was the DVD delivery model. Yeah. And so
I used to get that shit sent to me. I always forget to send it back.
You always forgot. You got a late fee.
I think I still have a Netflix disc around here somewhere. I'm sure I do.
You have one of them red envelopes still, like laying around somewhere.
I got the envelope and probably a few discs. Like I have like the Matrix Part 1 or something on a Netflix disc, or
you got a Netflix rental
Snow
still,
White or something. I got something on there.
You got like a $10,000 late fee on it and shit.
No, I'm sure it's not even a good movie. It's probably a shitty movie, like Stoned Age.
Stoned Age.
Yeah, I guess a Netflix Stoned Age or something. I'll find it. I'll look at my DVD collection.
Dude, you gotta find. I want to know which Netflix movie you still have.
I have one. I know I do.
But so Blockbuster, they the problem with what they did, they sat on that and they said, no, our stores are better than the mail, you know. Yeah. And so, but here's the thing: they eventually, we got to do this now. But by that time, Netflix was pivoting into streaming. It was too late. Like they knew they had to, but the executives waited too long. They waited too they were in prime real estate for that. You know,
that's what I feel about crypto. If people don't get on board now, they're gonna be left behind.
Dude, I have been telling people at my work, and especially after the Elon 1.5 Billy, I've been telling them you got to get into it. It's coming.
I'm not gonna push anybody into it because it's their decision. And you're talking about investments, and they're investing their own hard-earned money.
Yeah,
but they need to be looking at what's going on right now because it's stupid what it's doing right now.
Well, I'm just straight up telling them. I said you got to get into this. Like
I'm making money. I'm like I'm
gonna stop now. But I'm just saying, like I've been saying, look, that's not. I'm not like pushy about it. I'm like, look,
yeah.
If I tell them, I say, if you're gonna do it, the time is now. That's what I tell them. So
that's right.
Because it is. Crypto is coming, y'all. Let's talk about something that's happened.
It's a freight train.
The last episode was ragged on Aaron because I got the PS5.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about that before we go.
Okay.
What happened? What happened, bro?
I did get a PS5.
Not just one.
Hold on. Let me tell the story.
You fucker. I didn't ruin it. You can't ruin that.
So
I can edit that part out.
The day after the show last week, Walmart had a drop. And the way they did it is every 10 minutes they were dropping PlayStations, like just dropping them. And I would get on the Walmart website with my computer and my cell phone, and I would just reload the screen. I asked Andrew, I said, can you get on your cell phone or computer or whatever and help me? I gave him my credit card number. I called my daughter. I said, Brooke, can you hop on? And she had her cell phone, and she had 2 laptops and a cell phone. So she had 3 devices. I had 2, and I'm not sure what Andrew was. Probably had 1, right?
Yeah, I was on the road, so I had 1. It was my cell phone. Yeah,
6 devices going, and we're just hammering the checkout button, hammering it. I'm talking about hammer, reload.
Yeah, we were nailing
reload, it. Hammer, and I was just, and boom, I got through on my PC. And I just checked out. I wasn't even looking. I just checked out. Boom, boom. I didn't even see it. All my information was already saved in.
You had that adrenaline rush.
I got the notice. Boom. I'm getting it. February 27th. For some reason, I don't understand why it's taking 3 weeks for
I don't get that either.
I don't know if they even had the damn thing in hand. I heard they canceled a lot of the
they have
Walmart
been doing
orders.
That. Walmart's the one that is canceling them for some reason.
But I heard they were canceling because they were canceling the bot orders. Is what they were doing.
Maybe.
Regardless, I got my hands on a PlayStation. It's going to be here February 27th. So
he pulled one off.
I pulled it off. It's going to be here. I can't wait. You know, it's a standard thing. On Tuesday of this week, GameStop had a drop. So I was thinking, and it was a package deal. It had a PlayStation, a controller, bundle. 2 games, and a $20 GameStop gift card, which I better use quick, apparently, according to you, because obviously.
Yeah, you better use that right away.
I use it online. I might better use it in the store.
Yeah, you might want to get a game with that. That's all I'm saying.
But so I was doing the same thing. I had my cell phone, my PC going. I was just one after the other. Reload, hit the checkout button, reload, hit the checkout button, back and forth, back and forth. Boom! I hit it. I hit fucking 777s on it. I got it. Scored. So I have two PlayStations coming. And actually, I think the bundle package from GameStop will be shipped before the Walmart one. So I'm actually going to get the bundle first.
That one looked like it was being shipped out on the 16th. If I saw your screenshots properly.
It said the 16th, but the Spider-Man game, they already shipped it separate. It's weird.
The game's been out.
I guess they're going to be shipping them in different pieces. I don't know what they're doing. All I know is I'm getting two PlayStations coming before the end of the month. And I'm just going to sell one of them. I mean, I'm not going to try to rape anybody. I'm just going to try to make $100 or $200, try to make a little extra money. I'm not going to sell it for like an outstanding amount. But I'm probably going to keep the bundle and sell the PlayStation for Walmart. Both of them, I got warranties on both of them. Because I heard that if you put the warranty on, it's more likely that your thing is going to stick. And it worked for me twice. Also, I will note this. I've tried 1,000 times on my phone. Yeah. And I did not get through on Walmart or GameStop before in the past until I went to my PC. My PC scored no times.
It went through on the PC.
The PC seems to be a good key for it. Worked for me. As soon as I started using my PC, I got two back to back. So
there's people out there asking like which one is better, and I hear it both ways, man. I really just think it's luck, man. I don't think it's PC.
It probably is.
I mean, I got mine on my phone, so it's like, the first try.
You're pumping gas at 6 o'clock. You're probably the only person that even tried to buy one that early.
It wasn't even light outside yet.
Yeah, dude. People are in bed sleeping, and you're sitting there buying PlayStations.
So if you're following along, Aaron he's been trying this for like 3 weeks, 5 weeks, I think we
Christmas, so it's been longer than that.
Christmas.
6 weeks now.
So he's been pissed off because these bot scalpers are out there, and he turned into a scalper.
Dude, I was a bot. I beat the bots, bro. It was a war.
You were better than the bot. It was like a bot war. We had a bot war, and Aaron won. Aaron beat the bots twice in the same week, by the way. And the funny thing is, next week. But the funny thing is, it's like we had that whole episode, and he was like, "Man, I can't believe you got one." He was like, "I'm gonna get one." I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna get it." He got it the next day after the episode aired. Yeah, so he turned into a scalper. I mean, you were the bot. I mean, you had a bot war. You were better. A Terminator, like we were talking about earlier. This is Terminator 2, and you beat the robots, dude. You beat them. You beat the robots.
Let me tell you, I really took it upon myself. I am going to try to do everything I can to beat these bots, and I did. I felt like, when I hit the Walmart, and I won on Walmart, which is almost impossible, by the way, if anybody doesn't know.
Yeah, Walmart's hard.
Walmart's the worst spot for bots. I mean, and on top of that, Walmart announced it 30 minutes before they released it. They said, in 30 minutes at 3 o'clock, we're going to start releasing PlayStation. So every bot person.
Yeah, go ahead and program your bot.
Yeah, they programmed it. So I was fighting them, and I got it. So I felt like I succeeded. That's all.
Yeah, you beat the bots, man. So the Media Brothers are now the PS5 brothers.
No, I'm not PS5 until I have it in hand.
That's true. You don't have it yet.
I'm playing games.
That's a good point. Until we're playing No Man's Sky together on a PS5, I guess we'll wait. We'll wait and hold off to call ourselves the PS5 brothers. But the thing is, he got two of them. I mean, he's been trying. That joke of a thing happened last week on the first time I tried, but he pulled it off, man. He got it, so I'm really happy for you because the console is awesome. I don't want to get into it. It's amazing. I'll just leave it at that. It's freaking awesome.
Sweet.
So that's it,
all right,
man, I guess.
So let's see. They can find us on what, Andrew?
Yeah, we're on iHeartRadio. I'm going to lead with iHeart. We are killing it.
iHeartRadio. That seems to be our core group there. Anybody on iHeart, we love you guys.
Yeah, shout out to
we love all y'all, but iHeartRadio is blowing up right now.
Yeah, we love our listeners, but really, man, the iHeartRadio, y'all are behind us a lot for some reason. We do appreciate y'all tuning in. That's great. So iHeartRadio, the Media Brothers 2.0, Spotify. We're on Spotify, Media Brothers 2.0. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and actually, believe it or not, you can actually ask Alexa and Google Home play the Media Brothers podcast. If you have a smart speaker, say play the Media Brothers podcast on your smart devices. We're also on smart devices. We're also on MediaBroshow.com. As always, comment on this episode. Go click on episode 4, MediaBroshow.com. Leave us a comment. We'll give you a shout out. We'll see your comments if we like them. If something pertinent, we'll put it on the show. But that's where all of our stuff's there. You can get to all those platforms through our website, MediaBrosShow.com.
And our social media is TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. So that's where we're at right now. I haven't posted anything new in a week. I'm gonna post something this weekend, so there'll be some new stuff up there.
So TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, the Media Brothers Podcast 2.0. And that's it. I guess that's over and out. Episode 4.
Love you guys. Come back and see us.
Love you guys. Take care, man. All right. Have a good one.
Peace out.
Laters.